back with our final segment of Real Estate Update with James Wedgeworth, who's been telling us don't panic, no housing recession here on Hilton Head Island. Here's a question though. At the height of the frenzy, when things were going boom, 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 selling within hours, etc., if I bought at that point, maybe I overbid on a home, I got it, and now I say to James, I've got to move. Am I going to be crying that I'm going to lose money, or what? Right now, we're taping this beginning of February.
Okay, you're probably not. It depends on exactly when you bought. We have seen that prices during this time period were going up about 2.5% per month.
Oh my goodness.
So that was, if you bought in November or December last year, you're fine. The only problem you might have is if you bought on April the 15th and there were multiple offers and you probably paid a little more, then it's probably worth a little less today than it was on April 15th, but if you bought on January the 15th, you're probably fine. Right. It's a moving market because prices were moving up quickly. Now, I assume you're getting ready to ask me, well, if prices have dropped, how much have they dropped? Because that's what everybody asks me.
And I mean, I know nationally the numbers can be a little steep, but what about here?
I'm not, it sounds terrible for me to say I'm not as concerned about what the national, because as you and I know, all real estate's local, and it's local within local. It changes from this end of the island, this end of the island. But the best study that I've seen run, and we were using April 15th as the top of the market, that it appeared that prices had dropped about 6% today from the top of the market on April 15th.
Okay.
And there was a way we did that study. But it's clear that they stopped going up in May when the interest rates went up. And see, people, remember I said there's no such thing as a straight line up. No such straight. So we saw a difference in the market that they stabilized, which they're still were significant, because I have people call me and they go, I should have sold in April.
Woulda, shoulda, could have.
Yeah, and I go, well, not really, because you're still in good shape. Because if they went down a little bit, they went up 35% from January of 21 until April the 15th.
It's all relative, and if you've held it longer, you're okay. And if you can continue to hold on to it for a while.
It's not an exact science. You know, because people want to know exactly what my house will sell for, and I was giving them a range. It's going to be the lower this, the higher this, and I can usually predict that with some degree of accuracy.
What do you think for the future here? We've talked about what's happened so far. We're looking ahead. I mean, we're getting into spring season. I think the RBC Heritage, who knows? I think it may help. I don't know. What do you think? And what do you see for pricing?
Okay, historical data says that the best time to sell your house on Hilton Head is from February the 14th to April the 20th. That's President's Weekend until the week after Heritage. So that's a good time to sell your home. And as I said before, we do have a shortage of inventory, which means it's still a good time to sell your house. Now, I do see that there's been a major change that benefits Hilton Head more than it benefits most any other place.
Which is?
Well, it was there was an article in the National Realtor Association, and a writer said there have been two major changes in the history of United States real estate. One was in like 1945 when the war was over, and people came back and started buying houses, and they started this crazy idea called subdivisions or developments. Prior to that, Levittown was the first. So that changed the way people live. The second change was because of COVID and the way people work, meaning working from home. And Hilton has been really that's blessed Hilton Head, because a larger percentage of the people are working remotely. If you work remotely, you don't want to be in the city. You know, crime in cities is good for real estate values on Hilton Head, because people don't want to
We don't want to wish that on anyone.
We're not wishing it,
right?
It's just the facts.
Well, James Wedgeworth, we're out of time already. It's always great talking with you. We're going to have you back, because we'll see what happens this spring.
Well, I should probably come back more often and update these, because we want to keep people posted on the market. Local knowledge is important.
You bet, and you've been doing it for years and years.
42 years, but nobody's counting. But we do understand that local knowledge is very valuable.
It is very valuable. We're appreciative that you share that knowledge with us, and thanks so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching this edition of Real Estate Update. I'm Allie McNair. We'll see you the next time.